Well, the only thing about that noise that gets me is coming in here, there's no way out on either end. And that was like 35-minute walk. So there's only one way in and out. Hopefully that pack stays over there. Well, hey everybody, welcome to an apparently going to get wet not Thursday in New Hampshire. It's remarkable to walk that far on these old roads with nothing in between. It was just thick out there. But I've landed at a cellar hole. It's been a weird weather day. It was so warm this morning that the snowbanks in the yard were steaming. Let's see what happens. It's bad. The ground is loaded with these signals. And it's all this type of flashing stuff broken apart around the cellar hole. Woof. I'm gonna have to back off. It's an old, lived upon site. There's cut granite for the sills and threshold stone and blah blah blah. But there's sheet metal and that flashing everywhere. I mean, I cannot swing a foot without hearing it, so I'm gonna spread out and poke around a bit. Well, I just spent a long time across from where the house sat. Absolutely nothing, not even a diggable signal. And over here, it's too much. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to pick this spot here. That may be the caved in well. And I'm gonna try to clean up some of the junk and see if we can't pull something out of this. Because if I'm having trouble with it, you know other people in the past have probably just walked away as well. So let's see what we can do. If we can find anything in this, great. Wow, even just trying to put the pinpointer in there. So it's not only flashing and obviously nails, but it's this rotting, crumbling sheet metal stuff. You know, once you get in here, you're just pulling out tons of it. Yeah, tin can of some sort. So you can imagine, even with me pulling out that big chunk, it's just everywhere. So that's what we're dealing with. Well, so in the midst of cleaning here. I did walk onto something small. Nail. So great. Even the nails are ringing up about 50. Well, the only thing about that noise that gets me is coming in here, there's no way out on either end. And that was like 35-minute walk. So there's only one way in and out. Hopefully that pack stays over there. All right. Well, after about 30 signals of junk, I got the elusive 53. Sorry I didn't film it. I'm just trying to pick away here. We have something. That's not junk. Don't know what it is, what it went to, but at least we get some results here. I'm not even going to bother folding that over. Alright, if I get a 53 again, I'll film it. Close enough. So here's what I've done. You see that hump over there? That's the back side of the barn, and then on the other side is the cellar hole. I'm moving out just to see how far the debris field is, and it's all around here. My thought and feeling is that this house was occupied probably maybe even early 1900s, because it's just loaded with trash, tin cans, and not like people drove back here and dumped because it'd be in piles. It's just spread about. Impacted lead. Wow. And you can see that there's no land improvement beyond the living space, that small field over there. Unreal. We go from yesterday's site that was dead quiet to way out here. And it's just nothing but trash. Now see this is different. See how there's the stuff all on the surface? Huh. I think this is a cabin site. And I say cabin site because there's a, well, it's definitely a footprint, and there's a bit of a lining of rocks and lots of stuff. And it's very common in our part of New Hampshire, maybe in other parts, that, you know, if this farm was deserted early 1900s, it was very common, Great Depression era, 40s, 50s, for people to buy these places up, because you can imagine how beautiful it was still out here in the mid-1900s. And we find old cabin sites near cellar holes a lot, actually. It makes sense. The road was probably still accessible, and, you know, it wasn't fully grown back out here. You can actually see over here from the flat spot where they would drive right in. Up there's the cellar hole, which is still nice and clean up there. They would have just driven up the road and popped right in down here. But again, loaded with trash, and you know, there's the potential of pulling a weedy or something out of here, but it's just a lot of junk in the ground. I'm standing on it, I can hear it crunching. Tin cans. Oh, interesting nevertheless. Here we are inside the barn foundation. Same thing, lots of that. Imagine moving that thing by hand. Well, everybody, that's it. I'm out of here. I still had a great day. You know, the whole thing with Not Thursday is to get out and explore your world. Explore. That's the first thing. Metal detect, that's the bonus. So, just cool to hike all the way out there. I've had this spot on my mind for a couple of years, just keep putting it off. But today was the day, and we'll get lucky. We'll find a good spot to dig at soon. All right, go out and do the same thing. Explore your world, and I'll see you soon. Enjoy your Not Thursday.